Hello, welcome back to my channel. Um, this is just going to be a general reading for whoever it's for and just whatever comes out. I've shuffled the cards, got everything ready, got some sage going. I'm going to clear the energy with the sound bowl. I just want to ask Spirit, my guides, and your guides to lead me in the best message for the highest and greatest good for the collective and whoever's watching. Anybody who's watching. This is going to be a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, there's something here for you. All right, thank you, Spirit. Hope everybody's doing great. I haven't done a reading in 7 days, so this is after the full moon that we just had. So we're still in that energy. And like I know there's a lot of stuff going on it's different for everybody. So this is just like whatever wants to come out. If it resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, just leave it for somebody else. I hope everybody's doing great. Um, yeah, a lot of things are happening for me, or like changing, like there's things changing with my job. So I feel like I'm going to have a lot more time to dedicate to doing readings and like study astrology because like I like astrology, but I don't know a whole lot about it. And I really want to like incorporate more astrology into my readings. That's just where I'm at. Enough about me. Um, I'm going to use, like, I just felt led to use some new cards today. Like, I have some other decks that I haven't used for readings. I have this Lord of the Rings deck that my son actually gifted me. And I did one reading with it for myself when I first got it, and it was like so good for me. But it doesn't really have a good book with it. You have to fold this out to read the cards, and if you don't know all the characters, but man, it's really good. So we'll just see what comes out. I'm going to use it, and I'm also going to use this Kali Oracle and this Anatomy of a Witch Oracle. I think I'm actually going to start with it. And I've shuffled all these cards, but I am going to shuffle them again. But I just want to see what's on the bottom here. Shape Shift, and I'll have to read these out the book because I haven't used any of these decks. Shape Shift on the bottom. And there's the card. I like these cards. A reader that I really like. I saw her using them, and I was like, I want to try those. So we'll see where we go. It's a shape shift. Let's see. Shape shift. It's got a lot of animals on there: frog, spider, cat, rabbit, goat, owl. I think I see a snake. I don't know. It looks like a fish's tail, maybe some kind of fish. I don't know. It's pretty cards. But this is about work, shape shift. Intersecting colorful spears display. Intersecting colorful spears display. I just want to tell you something. Whenever I was like a kid, like in early elementary school, I had to take speech therapy, and one of the words that I couldn't say was sphere. A sphere. Intersecting colorful spheres display a menagerie of beasts. An ambered-eyed black cat stares directly out at us. Around her we see an owl, the coils of a snake, the tail of a fish, a spider, a toad, a hare, and a goat. It's hard to tell where one ends and the next begins as their shapes intermingle. Folklore is full of witches and other magical practitioners who are said to be able to shapeshift into animals, especially for flying to sabbats or making mischief. Whether these transformations are actually physical or more of a primal, spiritual nature, there is no denying our animal selves. That's so weird that I said primal. That word's not even in there. Our animal selves. Recognizing that we are interconnected. So I feel like, yeah, it's something primal. This is about something primal. All these changes that are going on. Recognizing that we are interconnected with the world brings us closer to nature and to the wild, mysterious, and uncharted parts of ourselves. Has anybody like been feeling or receiving downloads or anything about animals and about our relationships with animals? Because I have. It's so this is kind of where the sun's coming up, and it's actually shining on my face. But yeah, like the last 3 or 4 days, like I have been so like remembering the relationships that I've had with different animals throughout my life. It's weird. It's our spirits can contain a diverse array of traits. Recognizing that we are interconnected with the world brings us closer to nature and to the wild, mysterious, and uncharted parts of ourselves. Our spirits can contain a diverse array of traits and features that may come out depending on where we are and who we are with. We may walk in multiple worlds, and not all of them are of a magical nature. Shape shifting speaks to our ability to contain multitudes, to code switch, to not be reduced to labels and stereotypes. Speech, movement, and dress all factor into shape shifting. Playing with disguise can not only protect us, but also help us to see the world in new ways. Yeah, I feel like it's like I have really been feeling this energy, and like leave it if this resonates with you, leave a comment like anything about animals, but also about like I was saying, there's like changes going on with my job, but I'm like sort of like hesitant to to talk to people about it, to say anything about it. It's sort of like we're being asked to protect ourselves, like to blend in, like to blend in. Playing with disguise can not only protect us, but also help us to see the world in new ways. So it's not like saying deceive or anything like that, but like to protect yourself and fit in, like at the same time to fit in. Yeah, so we'll just see where this goes. Like keywords: transformation, versatility, metamorphosis, chimera. Ask yourself, who am I really? How does the world see me versus how I see myself? You truly contain multitudes, and there is no shame in being hard to pin down. For as many eyes that see you, there are even more versions of you perceived by others. Find the shape that makes you feel at home, even if something you explore only on special even if it's something you explore only on special occasions or with certain people. Yeah, so I feel like it's saying like be smart, be smart and do what's best for you. Uh, know when to fit, know when to blend in, and like because there's going to be a time that we're really going to stand out and that we're going to shine. But like I feel like for some reason I'm getting like, let me see this, like protecting ourselves. Uh, the next card on here is Equinox. Okay, right here it is. Equinox. Let's see how this goes together. Lunar and solar events. So we did just have the full moon. I think it was in Libra, and then the sun was also in Taurus. Yeah, the sign of Taurus. Um, at that time, a sphere. There's that word again. A sphere is split equally into bright and dark halves. That sun is shining right in my face. But I love the sun and I need the sun. A sphere is split equally into bright and dark halves, balancing upon a pyramid that is also the base of a scale. The moon was in Libra and the sun was in Taurus. And so, yeah, if you look at this picture, like it's light and dark, like, but it's the like when two different sides, two different sides. Um, on the two pans sit a witch heart and a feather. That's in the scales, which is Libra, referencing the weight of the heart ritual found in the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Equinox means equal night, referring to when the length of the day equals that of the night. It is a point of balance that we experience twice a year, on the first day of both spring and fall. These two equinoxes are often tied to myths about the underworld, where the descending and ascending movements of deities like Persephone are used to explain the seasonal changes. In the ancient Egyptian ritual referenced in this card, if the deceased heart balanced perfectly with the feather, a symbol of Mot, the Egyptian goddess of truth, order, and justice, the soul will be allowed to move on to the afterlife. We are in the land of the living, so we instead seek balance in our hearts daily. So yeah, this is about balance, and fitting and blending in, but knowing who we are, but blending in. Balance, exchange, precipice. Maintaining balance takes work and is not to be confused with preserving. So yeah, I feel like we're being asked to blend in, even though we are part, the collective, part of the new world that's coming, part of the new world that's coming. Maintaining balance takes work and is not to be confused with preserving the status quo. We may not be able to say and do everything that we want to, but we still, it's like still we're understanding our purpose and going about our purpose, whatever our calling is here, whatever we're called to do here on this earth. Be justice minded, practice honor, and speak with truth yeah, because I've really been feeling like guided for myself to, like, if I'm faced with things, if I'm faced with things, not to overreact and to really carefully consider what I'm going to say before I speak. Be justice minded, practice honor, and speak with truth and respect. Yeah, we have to speak the truth. And this says, even if it upsets those who are comfortable with the status quo. So I think this is about, we do have to speak our truth, but I feel, and then love is the next card. I feel like I've did so, a lot of the readings I've said this to collective because everything is about unconditional love. And that's why we're all here. We have work to do inside, within the realm of unconditional love, because unconditional love is what is the truth. That really, unconditional love is what's going to change the world. Unconditional love. But it's like the world is so, when I say the world, I'm talking about the population of the world. Okay, I may have to close that blind over there, or I'll just stay over this way. Yeah, but like unconditional love is what's going to change the world. And this says, even if it upsets those who are comfortable with the status quo. So we can't, but yeah, we have to speak our truth. And if we're being like directed, or we have an opportunity, and we know that's what we're supposed to do, if our intuition is telling us to do something that's out of love, to do it, just to do it. We have to be brave enough to live our truths. We have to have enough courage to live our truth. And that's how we help the world awaken to the truth. All right, and then the next one is love. Look, there's equinox, love, and then solstice. I may read solstice too. Okay, love. I like these cards. I haven't ever used them. I haven't even read these. Okay, love. two serpents sensually intertwine with a figure that reveals a witch heart floating between its cupped hands. Flames start at the ground and work their way up through the center of the body, bolstering the cauldron situated at the figure's head. Now, see, I'm just going to say this because of what I just said. This feels like whenever we speak our truth, whenever we speak our truth or we plant seeds, this is what happens. It lights a fire under people, like it lights a spark into them. And that I remember I did a reading last week, and I was talking about how our lives, the way we live our life, really causes ripples, like throwing a rock into a body of water. It like creates ripples, and the ripples that we put out that is the change in the frequency, the energy that's around us, and that affects everything. It affects everything in our environment, the people, everything. It affects everything. Um, Love is a force, part of magic itself. It is a sense of wholeness without demanding perfection. That's unconditional love, because we can't demand perfection of people. Love yourself. Love your practice. Why? You are in a relationship with yourself. You are also in a relationship with your body, your magic, the world around you, the spirits, ancestors, deities, etc. Your practice is an entity unto itself. It has a spirit or consciousness of its own, your partner in discovering the universe. Your practice loves you. It loves the idea of you, not only you right now, but past you and future you as well. Embrace the central reality of being an embodied spirit. Then turn your eyes to the world and fall in love. So yeah, like after when we can love ourselves, then we can truly love the world. We can truly love the world. So yeah, and we do have to do our practice and stay connected to the divine. We have to do that. Practice radical self-love and acceptance, and we can't expect ourselves to be perfect either, because we're gonna have thoughts that come into our heads and things like that. But yeah, we need to recognize and make sure we stay on our path, because we're only human. We're only human. Treat and make sure we have faith. That's more about faith than it is about anything. Treat yourself as a lover would and embrace the beautiful possibilities. As a self-love meditation, touch or anoint your belly, chest, and forehead, saying in turn, I open my body to love. I open my heart to love. I open my mind to love. Okay, and then I'm going to read the solstice. Solstice. Because I'm just feeling like I should. Solstice. All right. So here's equinox and solstice. Look at this. Equinox. That's equal day and night. And this is solstice. Um, Lunar and solar events. A pair of light and dark spheres work opposite each other. That's the I feel like it's talking about the eclipse. The eclipse we just had. Between the spheres, we see a city and a forest from the perspective of a camera obscura, where the outside world is reflected through a pinhole of light into a dark room and appears completely inverted. Here, upside down, and the world is upside down right now. I feel like the world really is upside down right now. Here, instead of seeing the usual reverse image, we have a city and a forest in balance. The solstices mark both extremes of the year, yet also are points of balance. The winter solstice has the longest night and the shortest day, while the summer solstice has the reverse. Solstices remind us that light and dark define each other, always in a dance of balance. As soon as we reach the farthest point, we dance back to the center and beyond again. We are forever seeking a balance between the wild and domesticated parts of ourselves. Consummation, capacity, juxtaposition. Know that balance isn't always about equal halves, but about momentum and perception as well. So, yeah, this is saying that we need to love ourselves. We need to love ourselves and accept that we're not perfect and that we're going to make mistakes and that we're going to go through tests and nothing's going to be perfect while we're on this earth, but we have to learn how to stay in balance. And even when things are a little out of balance, we're working on bringing it back into balance. It's like, don't lose faith. We can bring it back into balance, but it's going to be a struggle. It is going to be a struggle. We are forever seeking a balance between the wild and domesticated parts of ourselves. That's what this shape shift was talking about. The wild parts of ourselves, the animalistic parts of ourselves, um, like the primal, like the primal parts of ourselves. And remember, that word primal wasn't there. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Highs and lows have their power too. Sometimes being extra is exactly what is needed to get things on track. In ritual, play with the concepts of less is more and more is more. Less is more and more is more. So I think this is like telling us that we have to have unconditional love. We have to keep a balance, but at the same time, we have to put out, put out enough to make ripples, put out enough love into the world to make ripples and to make a change. But we have to be ourselves and shine, but it's talking about also protecting ourselves and knowing, like there's so many truths in religion, like knowing that there's a time and a place and a season for everything, for everything. All right, this is good. We'll just see where we go. Thank you, Spirit. I'm gonna leave these cards out. All right, thank you, Spirit. All right. Well, give me just a second here. I go out my nose. Every time I do a reading, I get stuffed up and like my nose starts running. It's so weird. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Where do I need to go? I'm going to use this deck, Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings deck. Look, I'm laughing because of the sun. Like, it'll be gone in a little bit. And yeah, it is what it is. All right, we got a page of rings on the bottom. So this would be, see, like I have not used this. So rings, I'm assuming that's either pentacles or cups. Let me see what these cards are. Nope, we got Nine of Cups, so it's going to be Pentacles. So this would be the Page of Pentacles. Now this is talking about like a new start that leads towards stability. Um, it's talking about the 3D life on Earth. So it's something about a new start on Earth, on how we appear, how we show up on Earth, um, new opportunities. But it's like working toward our stability, working toward who we are and what we want to accomplish on the earth. And then there's the Seven of Rings, which is going to be the Seven of Pentacles. So that's like seeds that we have planted. This on the bottom is the subconscious. This is what's in the subconscious. So I feel like it's saying that we've been working on it. Everybody, we're all always trying to. We have accomplishments. We have goals. This is the Seven of Pentacles. We have things that we want to create in our life on earth. I don't know why I'm feeling such a difference between our life in other dimensions and our life on earth. Why I don't know why I'm feeling that energy so much. But this is what we're creating. These are seeds that we're planting and creating. But this is all talking about here on the earth. Let's see where this goes. Then the five of wands. The five, yeah, this would be the five of wands. And then the page of swords. And the five of cups. I don't feel that five of cups. I really don't even feel this page of swords. So I feel it's like this. Five of wands. So yeah, the five of wands talks about like conflict, but it's not like, I feel like it's talking about just everyday things that it's sort of like what we were talking about earlier, like just everyday things that come up, that come up. And yeah, I think I am supposed to take this page of swords because I feel like it's saying, yeah, we plant these seeds and we have an idea of what we want to create in the world, what we want to create, what we want to do. We have an idea of that. So that's what we work on. That's what we work on. And as we're going about our lives doing these things, there's always going to be things that come up, and I feel like it's talking about our life experiences, just what we've experienced so far, and like just how I feel like it's saying we know how to blend in because we know with this page of swords, it's like we know how to handle these little everyday things that come up, and because that's the sword of truth. Like that's the sword of truth. So it's like subconsciously we know that how to deal with these little things. We've been doing it from since we were born. We've learned how to interact. When we were a baby, when you wanted something, you screamed and squalled and cried to get attention because you couldn't use your words. But now that we're adults, we know how to handle these things, and I feel like it's saying and not cause drama. Like with this five, because the five of cups is next, and it's like, well, like we don't want to handle. We know how to handle things without regretting the way we handle them. Like I feel like that's what it said. Like we we have the ability, we have the skills, we know how to handle everyday things that come up without doing things that would leave us with regrets. That would leave us with regrets. And I feel like with all this energy, and these changes that are going on in, in the earth, that we're being asked to make decisions. To we have to decide, like we have to make a conscious decision with this two of swords to handle things the right way if we want to be effective, if we want to be effective with whatever our